A long time ago, in the galaxy of green Aqua,
what is this?
Bolage builds his worst planted tank ever.
I can't take this. I cannot take this.
Is this really yours?
With limited hardscape and plant selection, no CO2, no creativity, no fun.
Oh, cool.
So, this is the first opportunity that you can use whatever plants you want. Because you're shooting Monday evening, so we order fresh plants Monday morning, so whatever is left Monday evening, you can use it. You happy?
Yes! I've got permission from Tommy. The best day of 2020. I can do whatever I want. I can steal plants. I can take plants from the shelf. Freedom! Right. Welcome to the beautiful free world of aquascaping. And while we're talking about freedom, feel free to subscribe to the Green Aqua YouTube channel if you didn't do so yet, and hit that like button. It will help to bring this video to a wider audience. You will support the channel with that. And you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member. Thanks for that. I'm pretty cool today, I'm pretty relaxed today, because we're not doing anything advanced, anything difficult. We're gonna scape this Oase StyleLine 80 set here for a very dear customer, a Hungarian YouTube channel supporter, Greg. So Greg, this is for you. We have two videos of making two separate Oase StyleLine 80 sets. In the first video, Tommy and Victor just gave me random rocks and wood and plants and made me scape this in a very low-tech, very basic level. It was standing right next to the kitchen for months. Nobody wanted it. I don't blame you. This was just a very, very basic level, low-tech tank. And then on one sunny morning, Greg came into the Green Aqua gallery and wanted to take this set with him, but I didn't let him do that, because I said, I don't stand. He wanted to have something from us. And I said that I'm not going to give you something that I'm not completely happy with. So we took the tank apart, and today I'm going to scape this from scratch. More lights, CO2 injection, external filter, no limitations. And I've got a lot of Frodo stones available. Make no mistake about it, this is a beginner's tank. Even with the CO2 injection, even with the external filter, I keep telling you guys, don't limit yourself with technology. If you have the funds, if you want to do it, please try to do something that will enhance the visual effect of your planted tank, and you're going to be able to enjoy it for a longer time. So what I want to do really is replicate Attila's 90 by 90 by 45 centimeter planted tank. We have a couple of videos on that, and Greg wants that. So I'm going to try to replicate that on a smaller scale. I'm not sure that I'm going to have any soil in this. Let's just introduce the rocks, and I will be able to tell you whether I'm going to have anything in it or not. Check this crack out. This will go in immediately. Now we're going to do a heavy tank. And the question is, how are we going to be able to transport this? Because in the disaster video last week, we talked about all the problems that carrying a tank with hardscape and soil would cause. And we're going to use some fillers to prevent the rocks from tilting and banging against the glass, so it's going to be safe. This will have to withstand transportation, and I'm going to prove you that we can do it. The previous scape has actually had a valley coming in here filled with sand and everything, so I'm trying to replicate that valley with this scape. ADA Aqua Soil Amazonia does not need rinsing. Do I need base layer fertilizing substrate in this? Yeah, it doesn't hurt, so let's use one. Because right now I realize that like 1/3 of the tank will be filled with Amazonia, and with that much soil, I would be more happy to have some base layer fertilizing substrate. Just wanted to raise this rock so I can have it higher. 88 La Plata sand goes in the foreground. This has been rinsed. We don't use a lot of sand normally in the foreground. I prefer to have like 7 to 8 millimeters of sand because that will increase the height of the tank. But here with the tape, I really need to use at least 4 centimeters of sand. I added this divider in between the sand and the background. I need to rinse off the sand from the rocks. We need to fill in the little pebbles. We need to add some detail to the tank. I know, I'm scratching the glass. Sorry, Greg. I was just kidding at the beginning of this video. I'm going to obviously use all the plants that I can. I've got some plants that are not visible in Josh Sims' tank. I really like the Microzorum Trident, the fern. The second tank is Steven's tank. Good news is that this is gonna be taken apart. That's the topic of next week's video. Victor's coming with a very, very nice scape instead of this in this place. But good news is that we can use all the plants that Steve has used. Last step, I just found a big pad of Monte Carlo. The CO2 system is already assembled. We have a 2 kilogram bottle underneath this tank in the cabinet. Where's the check valve? Oh, the check valve is at the bottom. I usually put the check valve right here below this because I don't want the thing to come. See what's happening? So I'm gonna add the check valve here right below it. It needs to be very close to the bubble counter. Bubble counter, if you have the bubble counter solution, the water is not gonna be pushed up into the tank through the diffuser. So, where were we? This is Microzorum Trident from Josh Sims' tank. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to spray the soil and use the Micrantemo Monte Carlo. I'm going to plant it in the foreground and then I will have to decide what to put behind it. Right now I have to decide what am I planning to do in the background because we're missing the spot in the back. I'll probably have to use some plants that will connect the line between the very small patch of background plants and the Monte Carlo, which is a foreground plant. So we need a mid-ground plant in there as a very narrow line. I could use the Staurogyne repens probably. Or I could just put this in the back. It's like, and that's it. Like it's ready, huh? That there. No? Here? Much better. Done. I'm going to ask Joseph to tie these onto these pebbles. Instead of mid-ground plants, we just use rocks. If we have rocks here, then we can put some background plants behind the rocks, and that would be cool. Question, why do we have clay-based substrate in the back when we don't plant anything in it? If we tend to use epiphytes, well, I've got no answer for that. I'm just creating on the fly. It's gonna help us with the filtration anyway. We'll buy this Heudelotti. The whole thing just became very conventional somehow for me. Or we could use the Alternanthera reiniki mini, which is a red plant. Tommy says Rotala from the background, you don't see him. Okay, let's steal some Rotala rotundifolia from Felipe's tank and just plant it here. It turns out it's infested with Riccia, and I don't want to give this nice present to Greg. Ludwigia Super Red. That's plan D. No, I don't like it. Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Eleucharis, Acicularis. That's much better, huh? Planting the last one palm-size area took about the same time as doing the whole thing alone, right? But we're done. I hope that Greg is gonna be happy. Let's see how this whole thing looks like in real life in Greg's beautiful apartment. I hope that he likes it. I hope that you guys like it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye. Oh, and don't forget to Aquascape.
Next week on Green Aqua, Victor, the master of Aqua Zen, will show you how to build the ultimate classical aquarium. No bells, no whistles, just scaping.
What? There is a filter on me or what?
Oh, I could use it.
No, please don't.